was going to go to 5, and I ended up going to 22 countries. But one day this girl welcomed me to run with her. She didn't really speak English, maybe a couple words. I spoke very little Amharic, which she speaks, and I noticed a couple minutes into the run that she kept leaning down and like sweeping at her feet. When we got to a peak and we stopped, she wanted to show me the view of Addis Ababa below. I noticed that her shoes not only were several sizes too small, but they had huge gaping holes at the front, so her toes were poking out, and it's very rugged and rocky and dirty, and so she kept having to like sweep rocks out of her shoes. It seemed like she had run thousands of miles in those shoes. So I met up with her one more time. I traded a pair of shoes with her because I was getting ready to leave Ethiopia and I was done with them. I'd basically run through them. So I traded my shoes with her and just tears rolling down her face. I mean, that moment has stuck with me. It began with my dad, who was a college football player. There's 4 twins, 2 sets of twins, and we're all a year apart. So he used to have one baby stroller that he'd strap all 4 of us in and just go out for his jog around the lake or around the neighborhood. And when we were old enough, we used to get to go with him for a little bit, maybe a mile or something like that every now and then. And it was just a treat, because it was a special time with my dad. I felt like it was a privilege to get out there and be on the roads with him and kind of learning about how to pace myself and how to run hills and stuff like that. I did a bunch of fun runs with my siblings when I was young, basically to have the t-shirt collection and, you know, have something to talk about with my friends. I joined the track team in 5th grade and I was a sprinter. Did a little bit of hurdling in high school and still thought I was a sprinter. I actually got into distance running because my hurdle coach passed away my junior year. He was this incredible man in his 80s, Coach Hardy, and when he passed, the other coaches were like, okay, listen, yeah, you really are meant for the long distances. So I'd done cross country before then, but that was when I realized, like, okay, maybe there's something there. I think it's a misconception that running's an individual sport, even in something like the marathon when, yeah, maybe I'm out there running 26.2 miles with my own race plan, maybe like 20 of it totally by myself, but I attribute so much of what I do to the people who are supporting me. Without the combination of all those people, I wouldn't be running at this level. I feel like when I run, I'm really running on behalf of everyone who's been part of my journey since I started running. In my best couple marathons, the last few miles when I knew I was doing well and had crowd support and saw my family and stuff like that, I get goosebumps in the race because it is an emotional thing, whether people who are running their first marathon because they've overcome an addiction or they've lost 100 pounds and you see them bawling across the finish line. That's the cool thing about the marathon, whether you're winning or whether you're barely breaking 5 hours. There's just such a sense of accomplishment and confidence and just emotions kind of riding through your body that you've done this really cool thing. And I'm really just trying to be calm and appreciative that I'm on a starting line and remind myself that I've earned my spot there and that I belong in that field. 10 years ago, I made the USA junior team for the Junior World Championships in Poland, and I was at Rice then and I was steeplechasing, so that's a, you know, almost less than a 2-mile race, and now I'm running the half marathon for the senior team. And this time around is really special because those 10 years were pretty up and down. I had some really high moments, but I probably had a lot more low moments. To have made the team for the half marathon is like, okay, I've been sticking with it for a decade for this, and you know, to keep building on this gives me the belief that I'm going to keep going and keep elevating my performance and abilities from here. And maybe this is kind of just the start of the next wave of really good performances, because I think sometimes it just takes one opportunity, one breakthrough to to really get to that next level. I just feel so excited and so fortunate and so honored to be wearing that singlet. You know, it's not something that I take lightly at all. I get to represent my country, which is a very strong running country, and that I get to be on a world championship team with 4 other women who are very strong runners and who I respect a lot. And that I also get to wear that uniform on behalf of the people and the teammates and the companies that have put a lot into me. It's a very, very cool opportunity. I'm Becky Wade. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I'm a marathon runner.